Oh, bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Surely we rise, we shine, we give God the glory on this wonderful Monday morning. It is our hope, our trust, and our prayer as usual and always that whoever you are, wherever you are, you may be blessed by this brief devotional word, even on this morning. My title this morning is Face It. Let's face it. Let's face it. Right? Oftentimes we become intimidated. Number one, with God's assignment that he has for us. And then number two, we become intimidated by how people see us and how we are sized up by other people. People will kind of create a profile on you, and they'll kind of have their own judgments, their own opinions, own assessments. They have their own appraisals of who you may be. But God wanted me to tell you today, just face it. Face it, face it, face it. Jeremiah, in the first chapter of his book, God was calling him to be a prophet to the nation. And God had to explain to him that he's already been called, he's already been chosen, and that he's already been anointed by God. In fact, not only has he been anointed, but he has been ordained by God to be a prophet to the nation. But in his flesh, that is who he was personally, in the flesh, carnally, was intimidated by that assignment. Not only the assignment, he says, I'm but a child, I can't do this, God. But then internally, he was kind of fearful of who he had to face, the kind of people that he had to deal with. He knew that they were a rebellious, stubborn people, hateful people, jealous people. And I came out here today to tell you that sometimes you're up against, hate, jealousy, envy, malice, right? Outright dislike, disdain for who you are. God told me to tell you, just face it. Just face it. God told Jeremiah, be not afraid of their faces. Jeremiah 1 and verse number 8. Why? Because I am with you. Listen, as long as God is with you, you don't have to shrink back because of what people say about you and how people feel about you, their sentiments, their appraisals of you. It means absolutely nothing. The only thing that you need to be concerned with in your life is not the opinions of men. It's more important about what God thinks about you. The very hairs of your head have been numbered. You're fearfully, you're wonderfully made. There's a call on your life. There's an assignment on your life. God is with you. And if God be for you, who can be against you? I need to talk to somebody that's intimidated by what other people think and say. And you can kind of shrink back from the great things that God has in store for you. And you can even negate your own assignment. You can kind of just outright walk away from the greatest thing in your life because you feel what they got to say about you. I came out here today to tell you, just face it. God has called you. God is with you. And that's the only thing that you need to worry about. What they think about you, that's not your problem. That's their problem. Till next time, God's good all the time. And all the time, God's good. Go with God. God will go with you. When you go, make sure you go in the glory of God. Face it. Be blessed.